Hello, and welcome back to Off the Beaten Path Maps, Outdoor Tips. A while back we did a review of the spot, the first generation spot. We told you what our problems were, the things we had found, those type of things. Then we found out there's a second generation coming out. So we wanted to get our hands on one. It took quite a while. They came out, I believe it was in December of last year, and then they got recalled, and then eventually they did hit the market. We tried to get them through our spot representative, which that didn't work out very well, so we finally just went out and bought one so that we could get the testing going. Well, we're finally done. Today we went out, did a hike, did some samples, and when we get back into the office here, I'm going to pull those samples up, show you how they work and how accurate it was. We found that this spot, the second generation, is much better than the first. I've only had one message that hasn't gone through so far when I've sent it. There's an indicator light on the spot that tells you when the message has been sent, and so far it's worked pretty well. The accuracy when you pull it up in Google Maps has been great. Overall, I think this is I know this is definitely a better unit than the first generation, and for the money and for the price, it's a great tool. It is a good unit. I think it's well worth having. There's several different features with it now that they didn't have in the first one that make it a lot nicer, and we'll go over those right now. Now I'm going to just point out some of these features that are on this unit. Here's your emergency button, the 911 that you push and goes to the emergency centers. It's covered by a plastic little cover so that you don't accidentally push it. Same with your help button. It's covered by a plastic cover. You just pop those off and you can push the button when needed. Now the other ones that were on the other one, we have the tracking button, this one with the footprint. We have the on and off button right here. We have the OK button. This is a new little message button that you can go in and on your account, add a message similar to the OK button, and then send that as well. The nice little features with this now is that there's a button here, not necessarily a button, an indicator light that says GPS above it. This lets you know when it's flashing green, that means that it is hitting the satellites and they are getting your signal. This one here with the little envelope above it, when it starts flashing green, indicates that your message has been sent. Again, with this unit, it's like the others in the sense is that you push your button, you hold it down for about 5 seconds or so, and as you can see, it starts to flash. If you want to send the message, you do the same over here. And you just hold it down, and then both of them should be flashing. But you can see the green light on the GPS is already flashing, which indicates that we are hitting our satellites. So it'll continue to do this for a little bit, and then it will give us an indicator on the mail sent. Okay, as you can see, we did shut off the camera for just a minute, and actually it did. It took 1 minute for us to get the signal right there flashing under the envelope telling us that our message has been sent. So as you can tell, anybody that's used that first spot can see this is a much quicker, these indicator lights are really nice to let you know. You was always guessing before. Again now, once your message has been sent, all we do is we push the power button, we hold it down again, just like in the old ones. For just a few seconds, it shuts off. Now, we sent that message at about 6:07 p.m. And what I'm going to do is when I get back to the office, I'm going to pull that up and I'm going to then show you that on the computer, and we'll make sure that everything went the way it should. Okay, so there's just a quick review of what the new spot, the second generation spot, looks like and how it works. Again, like I said, as soon as I get back to the office, we're going to pull that up on the computer. We're going to look on our cell phone when we get back into cell phone range here, and then I'll show you that printout and show you where it shows up on Google Maps. Anyway, I appreciate it, and we'll see you in just a minute as soon as we're back in town. First, I'd just like to show you a comparison of the two units. We talked about the difference of the two units while we were out there, the size, the different button configuration they have now on the Spot 2. So I just wanted to bring them side by side here so you can see. You can see that Spot 2 is a lot smaller than the first generation Spot. They're also quite a bit thinner. And as you can tell from the front, the button configuration is quite a bit different. They did do a good thing as far as making it a little smaller, easier to carry and that kind of thing. Now let's take a quick minute and look at the results we got on that message that we did send. Okay, so here's what we received from Spot. When you send a message, it goes of course to your email, also to your cell phone, and it gives you longitude, latitude. On your email, it'll give a link there that you can click on to see where you're at, and so if your loved one's at home looking at it, then click on that and see, you know, where you sent the reading from. So what I did is I clicked on that link, and this is what I received. Now I'm going to use the train feature on the map. They use Google Maps, so they have just a regular map base, train feature, aerial imagery that you can choose from as well. But we're going to use this train feature for today. As you can see, there's a little icon bubble there in the middle. That indicates where the reading was taken from, and that's exactly where we were. And that's what we found throughout the testing, that the accuracy of this new unit, the Spot 2, is a lot better than the first unit. The first unit was pretty good. I would have to say, you know, 95% of the time it was right on. But there was a few of them that weren't, and there was two different messages we sent that were clear off. So this one so far we haven't had any problems. You can see here at the top it tells you what your longitude, latitude is. This is a sample of what the message is that comes in your email. I put it on here so we can see it. It shows you what your longitude, latitude is of where the reading was taken from. It also gives you the time, and as you can see, it was taken, the time that it was sent or that it was received was at 18:06. And if you remember, just back we mentioned it was just after 6 o'clock when we sent the message. So you can see that the time transfer is very quick, whereas before with the Spot 1 first generation, that was not the case. There was times we waited up to 45 minutes for the message to come through. So that sort of gives you an overview of what you receive when you send your Spot. You can see here the accuracy of it, of what we're talking about, and how it works. In the testing of the Spot 2, second generation Spot, we found that it is a good little unit. It's dependable, a lot better than the first generation unit. So far we haven't had any problems except for the one message that didn't get sent, and I'm not sure what the problem was there, but we've only had that happen once. So it's well worth the money. Again, just to mention, be sure that when you sign up that you remember when your renewal date is, because Spot does not let you know, and they'll draw the money right out of your account, and it'll be a surprise if you don't have the money there or whatever. Anyway, that's it on this review. We appreciate you watching, and we hope that you found it very interesting and useful. Please join us again next time when we have another review or some outdoor tips. Thanks again.